Now, on Wednesday, as we've laid it out, at least for this devotional chronology, we have this Spy Wednesday as the chief priests conspire against Jesus, and then as Judas agrees to betray him, framing the anointing. So let's do the happy episode first. So let's look at 1 Samuel 16:13 for an anticipation of the first time we see a king anointed.
1 Samuel 16:13. Then Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed him in the midst of his brethren, and the Spirit of the Lord came upon David from that day forward.
I think it's interesting. This is when Samuel has identified the youngest son of Jesse as the king to replace Saul, who had previously been anointed. But the association of pouring the oil upon his head and the Spirit of the Lord coming down upon him, I mean, that really helps us understand the symbolism of anointing. You know, when we anoint someone who's sick, or in the temple, just a little drop of oil. But you have to imagine in the ancient world, they take the whole horn of oil and poured it on, and it dripped down. In fact, there's a passage in the Psalm about the oil running down Aaron's beard and down to the hem of his robe. The symbolism is of grace, power, spirit, authority, pouring down from Yahweh, from Jehovah, down upon David as the new Lord's anointed or the king. And for those of you who like British history, when a king, or in the case of Queen Elizabeth, when they are anointed, they're actually anointed king or queen, and the chorus will break out, Zadok the priest and Nathan the prophet. There's a great song that goes along with this that quotes this very verse. But what is so stirring here is it's not Zadok the priest or Nathan the prophet. It's a woman of Christ. Letting our sisters know, particularly for those who are endowed in the temple with authority and power, that you too serve an important role. And whereas so many of the male disciples don't really understand, they know that Jesus is their Messiah, he's their king, they want him to be their king, they don't really understand this part. Here, an unnamed woman who can serve as a type for all women of Christ understand that he has come to die. And she's the one who anoints him. And there's also, as both Mark and Matthew say, when Judas complains about this, she's done a great work for me, because another time you anoint, besides being a king, a priest, or prophet, is in preparation for burial. Well, this beautiful scene, as short as it is almost immediately undercut by the horrible conspiracy of Judas, which is in all three synoptics. So you have it in Mark and Matthew, and Luke as well, who doesn't talk about the anointing in this instance, talks about the betrayal. And we can actually go all the way back to Genesis for a brother selling a brother.
So let's read this story about what happens to Joseph, who gets sold into Egypt. And Judah said unto his brethren, What profit is it if we slay our brother and conceal his blood? Come, and let us sell him to the Ishmaelites.
So you have a brother selling another brother to foreigners, if it will. And what's interesting is that Judas is the Greek form of the name Judah. And so we have a little bit of parallelism there. And of course, Zechariah 11:12, Tyler, what does that say?
And I said unto them, If ye think good, give me my price, and if not, forbear. So they weighed for my price 30 pieces of silver.
Which is what the chief priest agreed to pay Judas for betraying Jesus on the last night of his life.